Good morning and namaste. Thanks for joining me today. Today we are jumping into some Taoist principles. This is from the Inner Teachings, and it's a part called 50 Verses to Resolve Doubt. And it's great. You know, there's like these 50 different verses, and they're really good. I'm focusing on number 3. I think there's something, this is immediately after the 2020 election. So whenever you might view this, just know that in the context of that election, there are certain things about this verse that really, I feel it can help a lot with people, the electorate. So fingers crossed, maybe it'll be helpful. Okay, so it goes. Now this is about practice. Each verse is like about a different thing. So this is about practice. Pretty easy stuff. Of course, this is all about reshaping our mind, right? The practice of reshaping our mind. It's a lot more difficult than it is reshaping your body. That's for sure. So it goes very simply. Practice developing virtue is the greatest priority. When achievement is great and practice profound, it moves heaven and earth. Ridiculous are the foolish men who only profit themselves. With no achievement and little action, they dream of becoming immortals. So remember, now this is in the context of resolving doubt. Okay, so, and you see this, across the board in so much Eastern thought, that it's not so much about dealing with the issue at hand, but changing how how your mind is interpreting the problem, the mistake, the challenge that you have. It's about learning to deal with it in a different way, right? So when it comes to Eastern thought, it's a lot about cultivating these virtues, right? In the Yoga Sutra, for instance, we have the yamas and the niyamas, right? Same with the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, right? The yamas and the niyamas. They give us these like rules that we are to follow so to become more virtuous people. And they're a great guide for us. They teach us how to approach life, not just in like a different way, but if we learn the rules, and something I always bring up in teacher trainings with students, we first learn to follow the rules, but then we become the rules, right? There is that story of the Buddha and the younger monk, right? The younger monk says, how do you so easily follow these rules? And he says, like, I just followed the rules, and we're going to say like these morals, ethics, right? The practice of morals. And then you slowly become it. And so when we're looking at something like nonviolence, honesty, right? Perseverance, like these are something you first practice. And after you practice them for a very long time, you become them, right? So, and it says here in the first 2 lines of this 3rd verse, practice developing virtue is the greatest priority, right? So you first practice it, right? When achievement is great and practice profound, it moves heaven and earth. You've changed. You're not the same person you were. Right? But you've got to go through months and years of consistent work to change who you are, from going from someone who, for some reason desires great merit without having to put in the actual work, to someone who cultivates their virtue over time and realizes that eventually this is going to have a great payout, right? It's going to change, again, who you are. And again, we're going to encounter doubts, we're going to encounter great difficulties in life, but we're going to have a guide that whether it is we're studying the yamas and the niyamas, or we're studying the disciplines that is stated in the Brahma Sutra, for instance, we eventually become, and we can better handle the trials of life. There's ups and downs. Now, the second part, though, okay, let's discuss this second part real quick. Ridiculous are the foolish ones who only profit themselves. With no achievement and little action, they dream of becoming immortal. They dream of becoming immortal, right? So it's like, again, right? So, it's weird when you have the opportunity to use characters in real life, right? So, like, you read some of the epics, right? Whether it's like the stories out of the Bible, or or stories out of the Ramayana, we end up using these figures in a way that's going to help us better understand what it is they're going through. We could place ourselves, in Job's shoes, for instance. Anyway, but now we have like this whole real life thing going on, right? Because we have somebody the 45th president. His name shall not be spoken. We have somebody like the 45th president who, thinks of immortality, thinks of himself, so highly of himself. But what is that done, right? He is like, hey, Roshi, how's it going, buddy? Speaking of immortal beings, right? Very naturally immortal beings. My kitty cat. Meow. I'm a doggy. We should strive to become them, right? So anyway, so somebody who only looks out for themselves is not looking out for anybody else, doesn't see the biggest picture. How, what's that, rising tides lift all boats, right? Kind of thing. Right? That's what we need more of, right? We need leaders, right? I mean, not just, we're not presidents, but we need community leaders that are willing to say, like, okay, my job is to lift you up. As my old Tai Chi master used to say, someday you need to be better than me, right? I'm not trying to be the best, Tai Chi artist, or, the best fighter. Any good master, any good teacher will, push their students to become better than themselves. And that's what we need, right? And parents, same thing, right? We want the best of our children. There's no doubt about that. And this is like, it's like the whole helicopter parent thing, but we not just want the best for them, but we also want to provide for them an opportunity to be bigger than us, better than us. If, maybe your own parents, you might be practicing this yourself, you might see it in pop culture, but our parents are kind of like holding a thumb over their children because, they're achieving, and it's a shame. Right? We don't want that. All right. Okay, so these are from the Inner Teachings of Taoism. So anyway, let's do some pranayama. All right, so sit up nice and tall. Basic pranayama. Let's keep it basic. I explore various styles, but there's nothing like keeping it basic. All right, it's the most effective way. Sitting up nice and tall. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, align your ears over your shoulders, over your hips, and maybe Gyan Mudra, setting your hands upon your knees. Certainly, Jalandhara Bandha, chin down, the chest rising, nice tall spine. Let's first inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, so Samavriti Pranayama. Let's control the breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And now, loosen control of your breath. Keep your eyes closed if they are. Focus your mind on your breathing. We're just going to take a few moments to quiet our minds. Let's move to an exhale. Deep inhale, shoulders rise. And exhale out through your mouth. Roll your shoulders back and down. All right, well, stay virtuous, everybody. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this. All right, please feel free to, comment anything, questions or whatever, okay? Peace.